I'm Mike Starks from the Keeping It Real podcast, and here are 10 things that I hate about wrestling, WWE edition. Number 1, part-time wrestlers. I can't stand when wrestlers are gone for 5-6 months out of the year, and then they come back and they're automatically at the head of the line. They get like a title shot, they get like a main event match or whatever else. Like, that's such a slap in the face to the wrestlers who have been here the entire time, how they just skip ahead of the line and everything else. So that's my number 1 pet peeve. I don't like that shit when people come on there and it's like, oh, you've been gone for half the year. We almost damn near forgot about you and now you're back. Let's not do that shit. Number 2, rated PG. I know I missed the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, the ECW days and stuff like that. And now with all these different side brands, we got SmackDown, Raw, NXT, Evolution, all this other stuff like that. We need one brand that's for the adults, where there's some swearing, people are drinking beer, all types of wild, crazy shit is going on. We could have one brand that's not kid friendly. You know what I'm saying? If the ladies want to come out and have a, you know what I'm saying, bra and panties match or whatever it may be, the wrestlers want to curse at each other, we need that brand. We just need one WWE brand where, you know what I'm saying, it's not kid friendly. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so tired of like wrestlers holding back. I know they want to curse at each other. I know we want to get buck wild. I know they want to flip each other off. And it's just like all these restrictions now that you can't do all this type of stuff because it's a family show. But we're throwing people through tables and shit like that. We're having street fights where we're taking kendo sticks to the head. Like, if you're going to do it, do it. Do this shit for real. And I really think we need one brand, at least one brand. You can have all the other ones, all the NXT, Raw, SmackDown, or whatever else. Have that be PG-13, whatever it may be. And make it sort of kid-friendly or whatever else. Not too much going on. But you need one brand where, you know what I'm saying, like anything goes. People go buck wild and crazy. I'm telling you, like, that would make so much money. Number 3, wasted talent. It seems like WWE could just be constantly recycling their top 5 people. And I'm sick and tired of seeing the same people like Becky Lynch, motherfucking Charlotte Flair, Seth Rollins, all that type of shit. Give somebody else a title shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the thinking is in the boardroom why y'all don't push people like Michin and make her, a world champion for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all did this with certain people, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all did that with, you know what I'm saying, Jey Uso. Y'all had him be like a champion for a fucking month, took shit away from him. Y'all could do that shit with Michin. Y'all could do that shit with Piper Niven. Y'all could do that shit with Austin Theory or anybody else who hasn't got a title shot or whatever else. Make them world champion. You're gonna take the shit away in 3 weeks anyways. Give them a world championship shot. Stop making your same 5 or 6 people champions. Cut that shit out. Number 4, ladies and gentlemen, paper thin refs. I hate when a ref takes a bump and it's nothing like a serious shot. It's like, okay, you just got bumped slightly and the ref is on the ground damn near paralyzed for 5 fucking minutes. That shit is wild crazy. I need a ref to take an actual bump. I need him to take a clothesline. I need him to take a drop kick to the chest. Something to where if he's laying on the ground for 5 minutes while they're setting up the rest of the shit going on in the match or whatever else, that we can believe, okay, he just got knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, take a for real bump. You know what I'm saying? I know some referees will do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're middle of the match and they're supposed to take a clothesline or whatever, they'll do it. But I see a lot of reps where they barely bump into him and he falls out the ring and he's, oh my God, gasping for air, laying on the floor 5-6 minutes, whatever the match is going on. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, do a crossbody onto the damn ref or whatever else. Now he's laying there like, oh my God, he's gonna be out the match for a minute while they're doing whatever they're doing. Like, make that shit for real. Number 5, ladies and gentlemen, green mist. I hate when the Japanese wrestlers spit in somebody's face. And this goes all the way back to when Tajiri first did that. That's when I first noticed it. Tajiri did the whole green mist in the face shit. I don't like nobody doing any type of move where they spit in somebody's face. And I hate that they make it seem like, oh, it's cool because the Japanese wrestlers are spitting green mist, purple mist, yellow mist, whatever the fuck it is in somebody's face. That shit is not cool. I think it's lame. I think it's dumb. I don't think anybody should be spitting in anybody's face. Even one of my favorite wrestlers like Carlito, with the whole apple spitting in people's face and shit, I don't like that. Because me, if I was a WWE superstar, I would forget that this is a match and we're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, going along and this whole shit like that, and I'll knock a motherfucker out. You're not finna spit in my face, and we're not finna be cool about it because it's a green mist or blue mist or whatever it may be. I know Asuka has done it before and everything else. If we was cool before, we not cool after you spit in my face. I don't like that shit. I don't like that gimmick. I really don't. I wish they'd never do that shit ever again. No Japanese wrestlers, nobody spitting in nobody's face. I don't care. None of that shit. Number 6, not enough silly ass gimmicks and finisher. I miss Socko. I miss the whole Al Snow had came out there with the head. I miss like the Cobra finisher We need more shit like that. That shit was entertaining, you know what I'm saying? Like, it made wrestling lively. I miss that. You know what I'm saying? Since Santino Morella's never gonna come back and be wrestling or whatever else, somebody do Sacco. Somebody do I'm saying the Cobra finisher. We need more shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need some more gimmicky finishers and silly moves and shit. We need to bring back the worm, all that type of shit. I want to see that in a wrestling match. Just do it every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Number 7, keep kayfabe alive. Whatever the fuck the stories is going on inside the ring or whatever else, can we please try to carry some of that shit outside of the ring or whatever else and try to incorporate the stories and keep it going and shit? I know in this day and age, the internet age or whatever else, like, kayfabe is pretty much dead because WWE is like, hey, we're gonna make some unnecessary ass documentary where we tell you how everything is made, and you know what I'm saying, like, we could pretty much look up shit and find out about wrestlers, and wrestlers, they, you know what I'm saying, get injured in a match, and next thing you know, they're just walking to their car in front of all these fans or whatever, perfectly fine. Can we stop doing that shit? Can we make that part of the rules that, okay, you know what I'm saying, if you get fucked up in a match, you act like you fucked up until you get home, and every time you go out in public, you act like you got fucked up and you got injured? Keep kayfabe alive. People want that shit. We want you to play pretend like, okay, you got an injury or whatever else and keep it going. I really wish people try to carry these storylines over and shit like that. Like, at least try. I know not every wrestler is going to do it, but some of y'all, can y'all try? Number 8, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of pulling the curtains back, the unreal behind-the-scenes documentary shit the WWE's doing, none of that shit. Nobody asked for that shit, none of that shit. And the reason why I hate that, because there's an old saying that if you want to enjoy sausage, don't watch it being made. We honestly don't care about all the shit that's going behind there. We want wrestling. We want to come see the wrestling, or we want to watch it on TV, or we want to watch the POLs and things like that. We don't care about none of the shit behind the scenes and how it's made or any of that type of shit. Y'all had wrestlers on there telling their government names and what they do besides wrestling. We don't care about none of that shit. Because I look at it like this. If wrestling was a 5-star restaurant and like the dishes were the wrestlers in there, the matches or whatever else, we don't care about what the fuck's going on in the kitchen. And WWE wants to grab us by the hand and say, hey, come meet the chefs, and here's how the equipment works, and here's how your meal is made. I don't care. Nobody cares about that shit. Straight up. Just keep serving me good ass matches, good ass PLEs, you know what I'm saying? And I will keep showing up with money to these live events. I will keep paying for PLEs. I will keep watching your show. I don't care about none of the shit behind the curtain. I don't care about how none of this is made, the writers, none of that shit. Just keep making quality content. All that unreal behind the curtains, here's how it's made. I don't need to know none of them niggas. Fuck them. None of that shit. Number 9, ladies and gentlemen, theme songs. Theme songs, ladies and gentlemen. We need to remix and reuse old theme songs. I absolutely hate when a wrestler no longer works for WWE or moved on to AEW or something like that, and we just never hear this theme song ever again. And I really feel, unless that wrestler has passed away, or, you know what I'm saying, they are a Hall of Famer or something, we should just take their theme song and remix it and reuse it, give it to another wrestler, and after a while, people will get used to that. Because there are some people who got fire theme songs and will never hear that shit ever again. For example, Ezekiel Jackson had a fire theme song. We're never going to hear that shit ever again because he's never going to work for WWE ever again. David Otunga, Dave Batista. We're never going to hear those theme songs ever again. Just play the theme song again. Remix it, give it to somebody else. That'll be their theme song. And as time goes on, we'll forget about whose original theme song this was. I get sick and tired of every time somebody's gone, we never get to hear that fire-ass theme song ever again. Stupid. And number 10, ladies and gentlemen, ignoring wrestlers. Wrestlers who no longer work for WWE, whether they quit or whether they got let out of their contract, whatever it may be, pretending like these wrestlers just don't exist and they ain't around no more or whatever else, that shit is crazy. For example, Carlito. Carlito was with the Judgment Day. We had all types of fire matches and everything else, and then they just never mention him again. Anytime they talk about the Judgment Day, they just like, oh, we're just never going to mention Carlito in the Judgment Day. Even if you wrote him out of the storyline and said he had to leave or he got injured or whatever else, y'all could have did that. Same thing with Ricochet. He got injured and y'all just never mentioned any of these matches that ever happened with Ricochet ever again. And y'all was going to get rid of R-Truth, and nobody was ever going to mention him ever again. That shit is lame as hell. If a person gets let out of their contract, or a person quits and goes over to AEW or whatever else, y'all gonna pretend like they just never existed. Y'all never gonna bring up any of their matches ever again. We're just never gonna talk about that person who was a part of this faction or that faction who gave us. 5, 6, 7 years of fire matches and stuff like that. You're just gonna pretend like they don't exist no more. That shit is lame as fuck. But ladies and gentlemen, that has been my 10 things that I hate about wrestling WWE edition. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mike Starks from the Keeping It Real podcast. Peace.